Hello and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to talk about the America's Ascension tournament that happened today, and there was some controversy, especially during the playoffs. A couple arguments, I guess we'll say, from players and teams, but either way, it was a really good tournament. Let's now have a look at the participants before we get into the group stages. Actually, you can already see the group stages, but either way, here are the teams first. We have M80 and the Guard from North America, 9Z team and Fusion from Latin America, and the Union and Zero Nation from Brazil. Here are also now the group stages, and Group A we first started with is the Union, 2-0 win against M80, 37 on Fracture, and 17-15 on Pelt and Pank again MVP. Now, some stuff has also come up to surface as well, especially for two of the Union players, one of them being Pank, and the other one being NTK. I'm pretty sure the NTK one is pretty reasonable. Well, not reasonable, but kind of blew up. Pretty sure, I'll try and find the tweet of the article, but it basically is talk about NTK. I'm pretty sure got arrested because because of domestic violence against his wife, and the other one, I was literally MVP Pank. Apparently, he was sending some very interesting photos to a 15-year-old girl. So obviously, you obviously know that the Union is not that well liked, especially in either in the Brazilian scene or anywhere else in the world because of the stuff that's happened. M80 though, they win against the Fusion 13-7 on both Fracture and Lotus, and EU gained MVP. And the Union, they win against Fusion 13-7 on Pearl, 13-6 on Fraction. It was Askia gained MVP. Group B, we now move over to as 00 Nation. They win against 9Z team, a 2-0 victory for 00 Nation, 13-8 on Fracture, 13-11 on Haven, and was Besney. I still don't know how to say his name, but he got MVP. The Guard, they continue their dominance, a 2-0 victory against 00 Nation, 14-12 on Bayern, 13-5 on Haven, a crushing defeat on Haven, and it was Jonah P getting MVP. And the Guard, they followed that up as well against 9Z team with a 13-6 on both Ascent and Lotus, and Valorant getting MVP. Now, for some reason, the America's Ascension is a bit different compared to EMEA, and Pacific is not like 4 teams or 6 teams, so we're in it. Well, it is actually 6 teams, but it's basically all the teams from the group stages advances to the playoffs, which is pretty weird. So let's first start off with the first one we'll talk about a bit. Is 00 Nation versus the Fusion. This was actually Fusion's first ever win on an international level. Obviously, I do not count the times that Fusion won against other Latin American teams. I do not count that. If we talk about teams that were outside Latin America, this is their first time. A 2-0 victory against 00 Nation. 13-4 on Ascend, which was absolutely, I'm shocked of how badly that went. And 13-11 on Fracture. Darky and MVP. Now, I'm pretty sure as well, after the match, one of the 00 Nation players, Zond, obviously, I used to play for Crew and Furia, mainly well known, and Fusion's coach Kamikaze, they were kind of going at it after the match. I don't know. I don't know what they were saying. Obviously, obviously it's Latin American. Well, Portuguese, I should probably say. But I don't know what the hell they were saying, but I'm pretty sure Xander was saying like, "Good job, you finally won. Good job, you finally won on land." And Kamikaze, they were just giving him shit. So yeah, I don't know, but it was yeah, it was interesting at least on seeing that, and I mean, I'll be honest, I love it when players go at each other, especially, and also the coaches as well. Go at each other, have a little argument and stuff. But when this is also your first win, I can understand that the emotions are running high for Fusion since they won, but the next 2 games, they kind of got destroyed. So I don't know why they're celebrating too much either way. Next up, it is M80 versus 9Z team, and it was M80 winning a pretty convincing win against 9Z team, a 2-0 victory for M80. 13-9 on Split, 13-4 on Lotus, and was Nismo getting MVP for that. The Union, they went against the Fusion. Obviously, the team that kind of trash talk against 00 Nation beforehand. 2-0 victory for the Union. 13-7 on Pearl, 13-8 on Fracture, and it was Pank again MVP. The Guard, they 2-0 against their North American rivals, 39 on Haven, and 13-7 on Ascension, excuse me. Jonah P gained MVP. For lower bracket quarterfinals, it was MAT 2-0 against Zero Nation to send them home in front of their home crowd. 30-10 on Split, 37 on Lotus, and it was Koala Noob gained MVP. And 9Z team, they win against the Fusion. See what I mean? It was basically a dumpster fire for the Fusion. Even though they win against Zero Nation, they still lost pretty badly against 9Z team and the Union. 13-4 on Split, and for some reason they were using Yoru on Split, which is crazy, and they used Neon as well on Split, which is really crazy still. And 39 on Ascend, and Thule gained MVP. M80, they also sent 9Z team home as well. 13-4 on Pearl, 13-10 on Haven. It was EU gained MVP. Guard, they win against M80. Sorry, not M80. The Union 2-1 victory for the Guard. 16-14 on Fracture. And then 13-2 on Ascend, and 13-7 on Pearl though for the Guard. Fracture was literally went to the Union. It was Trent getting MVP. Now this is where the juicy stuff comes in. Oh, the juice comes into this one. 13-5 on Lotus, 13-3 on Fracture for M80 against the Union. Now, obviously, if you have seen the tweets, especially from the M80 players, you'll see that they were very happy to send the Union home. Xander tweeted it, Nismo, EU, Koala Noob, even M80 themselves was making fun of it. John Cutie, you know that shit's going on when John Cutie is going at it. This is just because that the Union they acted pretty unprofessionally, or I don't know, they were like talking and some shit, I don't really know, against M80 when they obviously won against them in the group stage, and they made sure to send the Union home in a big way after basically dismantling the Union. I'm pretty sure I also saw tweets from someone which I'll try and find. It was like, I can't believe 2 criminals lost to someone in Koala Noob. It was pretty funny. They absolutely deserve to lose it, and they also deserve to not be in franchising if I mean, we know that NTK is true, we know that, but we don't know if Pank is true. I'm pretty sure it is. So they are dipshits and nonsense. Either way, grand finals now. The Guard, they 3-1 against M80, which means that the Guard will be coming into to partnership next year for the next 2 years, 2024 and 2025. Obviously joining Blade Esports of being one of the new Ascension teams coming into partnership. 13-11 on Center went to M80, then 13-3 on Haven, 14-12 on Bind, and 13-9 on Pearl went to the Guard and was Valorant again MVP. Now, I'm a bit skeptical about the Guard, obviously, because of stuff going around about what's gonna happen. What's the Kronsky Entertainment? Obviously, they obviously have a CDL spot, Call of Duty League spot, and an Overwatch League spot where the LA Gladiators. I'm pretty sure the Call of Duty one's called the LA Gorillas. I'm pretty sure. They were looking to sell that spot, and they weren't really good, and they also weren't looking good financially. I'm pretty sure it was also announced as well that the Guard was laid off like a bunch of employees as well, like early this year. So we don't know what's actually going to happen to the Guard. Like, is there going to be a new org picking them up? I mean, like G2, they basically covered up everyone. No idea. We don't know what's going to happen really with the Guard, and it'd be interesting to see what really happens. Like, are they going to still be called the Guard? Are they going to go to another org like G2 who released everyone? No idea. We just have to obviously wait and see. But that's really about it for today's video. Obviously, the last one will be EMEA, and always like and subscribe. It will really help me. Go ahead and check out the Pacific video as well that I posted as well. But yeah, so I think the Guard absolutely deserves winning it, but it just kind of depends on what's going to happen with the organization. So that's really bad for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all next time in the next one. Goodbye.